Good morning, students. This is our next chapter for political science for class 9th. In political science, the next chapter is constitutional design. So, as one chapter we have completed in political science, and it was what is democracy and why democracy. We have completed the chapter completely, and we have done the NCERT question also. So, in this video, the next chapter of political science, that is constitutional design, is going to start. Before starting this chapter, what we will do now, we will note down as a notes in starting of every chapter, and it is starting from this chapter right now. That before starting the chapter political science lesson 2 constitutional design, and it is a part 1. Before explaining the chapter constitutional design, I want that all the students make notes for important key terms, that what these words meaning, what is the meaning of these particular terms, which will help you to understand the chapter when it will be explained. And as far as for 1 mark question, for true false, these definition can be asked in a various manner. So first of all, what you will do from now, that you will make notes, you will give the title of the chapter, that is constitutional design part 1, and then you will do copy these important notes in your fair notebook, and then you will do the question answer whatever homework I will give you. So first of all, I will explain these important terms to you also, and you have to make the same type of notes with the using of sketch pen in your fair register of political science. So when we discuss this chapter that titles the constitutional design, then these are the some important terms which you will face during the explanation. First is apartheid. What is all about apartheid? The official policy of racial separation and ill treatment of black followed by the government of South Africa between 1948 and 1989. That if the word will come during the explanation, that black people were suffered from the apartheid policy by the white people in South Africa, then if you will not know the what is the meaning of apartheid, then you will not suppose the meaning of the statement. So that's why these important terms you have to note down as a notes, and when you will submit your homework of this part 1 this chapter, then you will submit your notes also to me, that you then I will check that how many students make these notes in fair notebook or not. You have to make these notes in fair notebook, you have to submit it also, and you have to submit the homework also. So now that whatever ill treatment has done by the white people of South Africa to the black people during the 1948 and 1989, that behavior, that ill treatment was known as apartheid policy. So apartheid was a ill treatment policy on the basis of you can say on the basis of racial discrimination with the black people by the white people in South Africa. This policy is known as apartheid. Now the next term, clause. What is clause? A clause is a distinct section of a document. That when we say that in constitution we study about the different articles and different clauses. So clause means it is a distinct section, it is a different and a separate section of a particular document, and especially document means our constitution. Next important term is constituent assembly. What is constituent assembly? An assembly of people's representatives that writes a constitution for a country. That it is an assembly of the representative who have written the constitution for a country. As if we talk about the Indian constitution, that there were so many people who had given the ideas, who share the idea, then they discuss, and then they come out with the written the longest written constitution of India in the world. So these all members come under assembly, and this assembly is known as a constituent assembly. Next is constitution. What is all about the constitution? Constitution is a supreme law of country. supreme, that nobody is you can say bigger than the constitution in country. Supreme law of a country containing fundamental rules governing the politics and society in a country. That when we say that what do you understand by the constitution, so constitution is a supreme law of a country which included some fundamental rules and policy, and it governs the politics of a nation as well as its society. Society means its citizen. It is all about constitution. Next, draft. Then what do you mean by draft? A preliminary version of a legal document, that whatever legal notice or document has been, you can say, issued by the government of India, before issuing any document, any legal document, they make a draft, and it is a primary or the starting version of a legal document. So that preliminary version of a legal document is known as a draft. Next is philosophy. The most fundamental principles underlying one's thoughts and actions. As you know that philosophy means that it included some, and we are having so many philosophers in Indian as well as in the American literature. That philosophy, that which we believe, what are our principles, the most fundamental, it is our most fundamental principles underlying one's thoughts and his or her action. This is known as a philosophy, and it can be different from one person to another. It is all about that what we believe, that we studying in the same class, we live in a same section of society, maybe we are different on the basis of our age group or academic education, we are different, but still we are knitted together when we you can say when we count ourselves as a society people, but still our philosophy are different, as our beliefs are different, and that's why our principle also become different, and that particular discipline or particular principle which we adopt in our life is known as our philosophy to live our life. So it is all about the philosophy. Now the preamble. As you all people know that in our all NCERT books, we will be having the first pages as a preamble, where it has written we the people of India. So it is a preamble. So what is preamble? Now you come to know an introductory statement in a constitution. Preamble is all about our introductory statement of a constitution which states the reason and guiding values of the constitution. That whatever under the preamble it has written that we the people of India belong to a sovereign and country. So it is the basic idea of our whole constitution of India. It is the introductory part of our Indian constitution, and it involves the basic guidelines about our constitution, because to study and to read the constitution is not a easy work. It is so lengthy. So when we read the preamble of our constitution of Indian constitution, at least we come to idea that what type of nation we belong to, what should we follow as a citizen, what are our moral and basic you can say responsibility as a citizen of India. Preamble, it is an introductory statement in our constitution which states the reason and guiding values of the constitution. Now next is treason. What is treason? The offense of attempting to overthrow the government of a state to which offender owes allegiance. So treason is just like that, it is a state where the offender is trying to overthrow the government policy or government rule or regulation. Now tryst. What is tryst? A meeting or a meeting place that has been agreed upon. That tryst is a meeting or the meeting place that has been agreed upon, which has selected for conducting a meeting or conducting a you can say any type of conversation, communication as a form of group of people. This term is known as tryst. Now it is all about the important key terms regarding the constitutional design. You have to make your notes, you have to write down your subject political science lesson 2 constitution design, then part 1 also you will mention date also, because these are the notes, and then you have to write down important terms, and then you have to write down all these definition which I have explained here. The same way you have to make notes. These are your notes in the video. You have to make it, and then you have to do the homework which I will give you tomorrow as a homework assignment. Now I am going to explain the chapter. Yeah. That what is all about constitutional design. Democratic constitution in South Africa. First of all, in this chapter we are going to start that how in South Africa where the black people were you can say behaved differently and treated very badly, poorly by the white people, then how the South African people come out with the policy of democratic constitution in South Africa, who was the main hero who tried a lot to make South Africa as a democratic nation. We are going to explain it and try to understand it. Now we are starting this with the dialogue of Nelson Mandela, who is also known as a modern Gandhi. What was his speech? I have fought against white domination, and I have fought against black domination. I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an ideal which I hope to live for and to achieve, but if needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. So this is the speech of Nelson Mandela when he became the first black president of a democratic South African country. He said that, and he has fought for a long period of time against the whatever ill treatment was done by the white people towards the black people in South Africa. And he, according to him, he was the believer of a society where all people will be free. They will not judged by their skin color, their race, their religion. And you can understand that he was the follower of a democratic nation where all people will live in a peaceful manner with love, affection, harmoniously, and all will be having the equal opportunity in every sphere of life, in the field of education, in the field of jobs, in the field of any other economic activities. He said that it is an ideal which I hope to live for, and he was saying that such type of society where every people will be free, will be judged equally on the basis of their real talent rather than their skin color or their religion, that society will be my ideal society, and I will hope that I will live in a society, and I want to achieve such type of democratic society. But if needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. And he was saying, what a beautiful line that he was saying, that such type of society will be my ideal society for which I can live, and even if there will be a need, then I can die. I can sacrifice anything if any type of sacrifice will be required to achieve such type of democratic society, so I am ready to die. This statement shows that what mindset and what sort of human being Nelson Mandela was. So we are starting the democratic constitution in South Africa with the dialogue of Nelson Mandela. Now, this speech was given by Nelson Mandela, who was being tried for treason by the white South African government, and it was a speech that was given by the Nelson Mandela when he was alleged by the British government or the white American people as he was not following the ill treatment. He was raising his voice against the racial discrimination of black people in South Africa. And for that, what had happened that in 1964, Nelson Mandela and 7 other leaders were sentenced to life imprisonment for daring to oppose the apartheid regime in his country. And what was the result when he was raising his voice against the ill treatment of black people by the white people in South Africa? That the white government, the South African government, sent Nelson Mandela and the seven other leaders into the life imprisonment, the imprisonment for their lifelong, where they sentenced the life imprisonment, and the charge was that how he was daring, how he was becoming courageous to oppose the apartheid policy in the country, and the name South Africa. So here, if you don't know the meaning of apartheid, if the meaning of treason, then you will not understand what is the meaning of the content. That's why I told you before starting the chapter that you have to make notes of the important terms, so that the meaning will be clear of treason, of apartheid. And now you know that apartheid, what is apartheid? It was a policy where the white people were ill treating, showing their misbehavior towards the black people. So that's why that he was not, Nelson Mandela and the other black people were not ready to follow the apartheid policy, the ill treatment by the white people in South Africa. That's why he was sentenced to the life imprisonment. He spent the next 28 years. Now you can imagine 28 years in Robben Island, which is considered as South Africa's most dreaded prison. For 28 years continuously, Nelson Mandela was sent to a prison, and he has sent the prison which was known as you can say Robben Island, and it was the prison which was the South Africa's most dreaded prison, most you can say horrible prison, which was made by the white people in South Africa. And for 28 years he was ill treated continuously, so that he will one day he will just get tired, and he will say okay, he is ready to follow the apartheid policy. But he was not sort of man, he remained same, and he just want that the racial discrimination or any type of discrimination should be ended in the country South Africa. And he was the, you can say, dreamer to establish a democracy in the South Africa. Now, struggle against apartheid. Now we will discuss that how the Nelson Mandela and the other people, black people, struggled a lot to stop the apartheid policy. Now you know that what is the apartheid. Apartheid was the name of a unique system of racial discrimination followed in South Africa by the white Europeans. During the 17th and the 18th centuries, the European trading companies occupied it with arms and force, and the way they occupied India. But unlike India, a large number of whites had settled in South Africa and became the local ruler. The system of apartheid clearly divided the people into two groups and labeled them on the basis of their skin color. The Aboriginals of South Africa are black in color. They constituted about 3/4 of the population, were called the blacks. Beside these two groups, there were people of mixed races who were called colored, and people who migrated from India. These all non-white people were treated as inferiors by the white rulers. The non-whites did not have voting rights. This is non-white. Who were the non-white? The Indian migrated people, who were known as the colored people in South Africa under the rule of European people. And the other black people were divided into two categories, and they were known as the Aboriginals, and they were called blacks. And these blacks made the 3/4 percentage of population in South Africa that time. And the migrated Indian people were also known as a colored people, and they both were not having voting power, voting rights in South Africa those days. So no, we can understand that apartheid policy is the policy where Europeans conquer the so many places of South Africa, and they became local ruler. And then they started a new policy with the name of apartheid, where they are treating the non-whites, it means the blacks, and the migrated Indian people. They segregated them on the basis of their skin color, and then they divided the society, and they decided that they will be called as a non-white people, and they will not having the equal rights like the pure white people in South Africa. And such policy is known as the apartheid policy, where they want that these two categories should feel inferior to us, as they are supreme according to them. Now, and they were not having the voting power also. Now, apartheid system was oppressive in nature. It is very oppressive, dangerous, inhuman in nature, and it was particularly oppressive for the blacks. And for the black, though especially, it was very inhuman. They were not allowed to work in white areas, and only those who possessed a permit were allowed to work in such area. Now, how they treated the black people, that they make a compulsion that the black people cannot enter in the area of white colony, and if they want to enter, then they must be having the government passes. Trains, buses, taxis, hotels, hospitals, schools and colleges, libraries, cinemas, halls, theaters, beaches, swimming pools, and even public toilets were all separate for the whites and blacks. Now you can imagine that we are talking about the year of 1964, and how the people in South Africa, the black people who are not pure white, and the Indian migrated people were treated as they were basically segregated on the basis of skin, and they were having their separate these basic amenities as cinema hall, theater, beaches, swimming pool, all are separate. Even the public toilets, public bus stop, all were separate with the white people, and were all separate for the whites and black. This was termed as a segregation, and this policy is known as segregation. It means they have divided the white European people in South Africa during the 1964. They have divided the whole country with blacks and whites, and they are not treating the black people as they are also the native of or the citizen of South Africa, as they were not having their voting right. They were not allowed to visit even the churches where the whites worshipped. Even their church are different. The churches where the white people do their prayers and worship, the black people were not allowed. So you can imagine that the main aim of European people is to feel the black people inferior, that they are lower than us, they are not powerful, and you can say more developed like us, they are our servant. That's why they were treated as a servant and as an inferior creature in the same country. This was a situation in South Africa, and how the Nelson Mandela and the other African leaders who sacrificed their life struggled, and how they were treated, we have discussed in the struggle against apartheid. Next, black were also not allowed to form associations or protest against the terrible treatment. You can imagine the terrible treatment means inhuman, that they were brutally, physically, mentally exploited if they broke the rule. And black people also not allowed to form any types of association, so that they can protest, they can raise their voice, that they were very poorly treated by the white people. They were not allowed, and it has allowed only in democratic nation, and it was not a democratic. South Africa during the 1964 was not a democratic nation. That's why these that they cannot form association, and they cannot do any rally and protest even. That's why it is all about that, how they were terribly treated by the white people or European in the South Africa. Now, since 1950, the blacks, colored and Indians fought against the apartheid system. They began launching protest marches and strikes. They are brought They are both the struggle against the policies of segregation under the umbrella organization and African National Congress ANC. This included many workers' unions and the Communist Party. The struggle against apartheid and played a very significant role. Several countries denounced apartheid as unjust and racist, but the white racist government continued to rule by detaining, torturing, and killing thousands of black and colored people. That now you come to know that it is all about the struggle that when in the year of 1950 the black you can say black colored and Indians were struggled so much. Now they started to come up with the demonstration rally and they were showing against the apartheid policy. Then and they join each other hand under the African National Congress, and they want to stop the segregation policy under the Communist Party. But even the other countries also criticize the apartheid policy of European people, but they were continuously ill-treated and tortured and killed. Thousands of black and Indian people killed by the European or the white people during the 1950. So much of you can see that so much of struggle has done by the black people, and how much sacrifice they have done. So we are completing only these two headings here in this video. First is democratic constitution in Africa, the statement of Nelson Mandela against the apartheid policy. Then we have discussed about the struggle against the apartheid, what is all about the apartheid, and how the black and the Indian migrated people were ill treated by the, what were the bans on them, how they were divided, that they cannot use the same public amenity facility as the white people enjoy. How when they become a union and they come under the ANC and Communist Party, how they were killed, thousands of Indian migrated people and the black people killed by the European people and tortured and brutally, physically and mentally they were tortured by the European or the, you can say, white people in South Africa. It is all about, and we will continue next heading in the next video. And this is all about that you have to make the keynotes as a notes, and then you have to do the homework. So you students supposed to submit these notes also for the lesson 2 with homework. You will make these notes in your free notebook, then click a picture, then you will submit it in the student homework portal with the homework question, so that I can see that you are making the notes also. Till then, goodbye, take care.